guys, welcome back to another episode. This episode today is a viewer request. Probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, I removed the rear anti-lock brakes, also known as RABS, on my 97 F-150. They're really useless, to be honest with you. Eventually they'll start leaking. I'll put a picture right here of mine. It was rusted all to you know what. It was a piece of junk. Eventually the brake light will come on. The rear anti-lock brake light will come on. So today we're going to show you how to remove that and how to also get rid of the light. Just a little side note before we get going. This was a huge undertaking, this whole brake upgrade thing I did. This portion in this video was a very small part of that. And I did this all at the same time. So part of this video was actually in another video. I will post a link to that up above. So if there's anything that I missed, it'll probably be in that video, or like usual, ask down below. Okay, so right here, I am removing the rear anti-lock brake unit. It just hangs below on the same studs that the master cylinder does, and then it's got nuts that go on top of it. You'll see here in a second that the line that goes into the rear anti-lock brake unit itself will actually thread into the master cylinder. You don't have to do any modifications to the line at all unless your line is bad. Mine was not bad, so I reused it. Note that I am also upgrading the master cylinder here at the same time, so when you see the master cylinder go back in, you'll notice that it is not the same one that I took out. I put a bigger bore master cylinder in this thing, and that can be found in the other videos as well. That helped braking power, and I also put larger calipers and thicker rotors on the front as well. All of that can be found in the series that I will link up above. It has been a couple weeks since the first part of this video was filmed. Truck's just been sitting since then. We're going to climb under this and see if we can't alleviate this ABS light. I think that's also what's turning our brake light on. I've got some diagrams in the house that I've got into, and it appears to me that the rear anti-lock brake module also sends a low brake fluid signal to the light or the instrument cluster to kick that on. And I'm going to assume that since it's not seeing a signal of some sort from the little, I don't even know what to call it. It's the solenoid pack that goes underneath the master cylinder. Anyway, I think because it's not seeing any signal from there, it's kicking that light on. It thinks there's no fluid for some reason or whatever. So I'm hoping that unplugging that module is going to fix both lights. Okay. No idea what you got for a radio, but looks like we're gonna have to get behind it. The module's supposed to be black. I think that silver deal down there is an amplifier. That might be it right there. It appears that goes right to it. I don't know if I can reach my hand in there. Doesn't look like it. This is good news here. I really didn't want to tear this thing out of here, but a guy's got to do what a guy's got to do. If this was a Dodge, we could probably just reach right in that damn thing and unplug it, because all this would be gone. But I guess I'm removing this thing the rest of the way. All right. There's the piece of crap right there. Interesting. It has an 87 part number on it. I took out those 2 gold bolts. And I'm pretty dang old sure that this here is our RABS module. So push on that. All right, there it is. I think, I hope. All right, so let's start this up and hopefully our lights go away. Okay, and I just want to make sure that this brake light's still functional. Doesn't appear to be. That's great. Well, crap. I plugged this back in just to make sure that the light didn't, for some reason, burn out just, you know, coincidentally there, and it did not. It is still lit up. So I'm going to go look at the schematic. So this brake light that's on the dash will turn on if the brake fluid is low, or it senses a problem with the ABS, or your park brake is set. So right now, what I'm worried about is if my brake fluid gets low, I need that thing to turn on. So that's what we're looking up here in the book. This here is our switch that's out on the master cylinder. And what this does, it closes, the switch closes when the fluid level gets low, as it's saying right here. Then it sends a signal, sends it to the brake indicator, which is the lamp right here in the dash. So let me cut a little jumper out of that wire right there, and we'll bring you back in. Okay, so I've replicated right here the master cylinder being low by running that jumper right there. And our brake light is on. I needed to make sure that if my brake fluid goes low, that I know it is. Why the hell isn't it working for that? Maybe there's something wrong with that. All right, I had to know if there's something wrong with this switch, because that's just the way I work. So let's see. The switch is a single wire ground trigger. I pulled the harness, ran a wire out of it. Now I'm going to start the truck. Anyway, here we go. All right, I'm just going to touch this to ground. Sweet. All right, there's something wrong with our switch. It's up on the top of this whole lever. I'll tell you what, if I fix this, I'll do another video, but everything is working as it should now. So basically this video, all we needed to do was unplug that module and everything would have been just fine. Live and learn. I just wanted to make sure. I really appreciate you watching. Subscribe, comment below. Peace out.